Iraq. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we are all domestic terrorists.
We're the ones that found it.
Folks, we're in the Pentagon black budget. You already know what that's about. JSOC operations happening in poppy fields in Afghanistan, only to fund the best and brightest.
That's right.
You love that.
You posted this.
Yeah.
Is this like an ongoing goof?
Yeah, I always post like a little titty.
Okay, that's
like
nice.
I give a little titty. I give a little titty to the people out there, and then some people like it.
Bitch tits.
Some people say like they get uncontrollably horny in the middle of the day when they see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. It's
people will be like, "Dude, I just turned it on."
That's what my heart flutters and sings this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I realized my nipple's really small, bro.
You know what else I realized? I have white chest hairs. You do not. Did everybody watching Leftovers think you were going to be getting into, you know, this early?
Right at the start, baby. Free the nipple.
Yeah.
That's what I say. But actually, I'm pretty proud of how the perspective worked out. It's quite a striking.
It's a good perspective. What you got to do is get a little bit more undercarriage, though. What you didn't.
Right.
You didn't showcase like the shade.
I got you.
Underneath the titty, right there.
Different
I'm proud of it, honestly.
Under boob is one of the most important parts, for sure.
Always.
If you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say.
That's
But you wanted to actually come in here and talk about MILF Manor like I haven't seen that shit?
I just said, have you watched it? Because it's crazy.
I watched MILF Manor, bro.
Dude,
the second ep is really good.
DILF? Dude, even, like, I said this on stream, but it's like Pornhub at least slaps a step in front of the mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, these motherfuckers were like, YOLO. No, it's Incest City. Reality TV is about conflict, right? It's about deflection. It's about misdirection. So, like, the entire purpose of MILF Manor is literally the will
MILF
they,
Manor?
won't. MILF Manor.
I like Milk Manor.
Will they, won't they, about incest.
Well, no. What is
Yeah.
the will
You think
they,
it'll
won't
go there?
they?
First episode.
No. Oh, the touching. Yeah,
like
the touching.
it's like
That
I'm saying, like the will they, won't they. Obviously, they're not gonna fuck with their moms. Like everybody knows that. But like that is going to be the challenge. Is that like they're going to constantly put their moms and the sons in positions where it's like very awkward because the moms are fucking horny, the sons are kind of horny too, and like then the horny moms are like doing these like blindfolded challenges, like fondling everyone's cock to see which one is your son's. Like,
you're right. Actually, I see what you're saying now.
Like that's insane. That's just incest.
I was like, whoa,
Adult incest.
I'm into it though. I love it.
No, it's freak shit, and I love it, dude. Because you know we're all just like degenerate perverts at this point. Fuck it.
Yeah, here it is. This is the lineup. So each mom goes and has to fondle each one by one.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, though, is because it's not easy to find a MILF and a son. They both agree to be on this show, and the sons want to fuck with older ladies. So, like, this is not the best. This is not the cream of the crop. Like, there's this one kid. He looks like he's 16. I think this is him.
Yeah, the 20-year-old.
Like, no one of those moms wants to fuck that kid. I guarantee you, dude.
Yeah,
I think 12. I mean, you'd be a literal pedophile if you fucked him.
I think like the
It's
main
so crazy.
The guiding motivator for everyone here is the universal currency that we all care about, clout. I think that's like clout is what's motivating these people.
If you watch The Bachelor, all the guys are like retard. Oh my! Why did I just say that? I was going to say ridiculously.
Retarded.
I was meaning to say ridiculously. Yeah,
We're starting off early today.
Kill switch? Where's this kill switch, Dan?
Go. You didn't even finish it.
I'm glad I caught myself and was able to edit myself. You know, mid.
It was funny though. It's growth. Hey,
This is growth.
2023,
Oh, yeah.
year of maturity.
Wait, hold on. I want to ask you truly about finding a lot. But hold on. So this is the kid this kid is apparently 20.
Yeah.
His mom is the craziest person there, by the way. She tried to fuck a dude on the first night.
Yeah, she's like, I'm so horny.
She's so wild.
She's like, yeah, I need a cack.
Oh, and so in the second episode, she has a freak out because the guy she's interested in is Mexican and he's speaking Spanish with his mom.
Okay, spoilers. I haven't watched the second season. I haven't watched the second episode yet.
Go
yeah,
watch
I know.
You came here to talk about MILF Manor, so let's talk shop.
Adult incest.
But no offense, he just looks like a child.
What's your argument?
What's your argument?
Yeah, what's your argument?
Prager has no problem.
I know who loves this show. Dennis
Prager?
Prager, yeah.
Prager hates it because like 3 of his ex-wives are on it.
I don't know if I ever made my point, but yeah, if you watch The Bachelor, everybody is like insanely jacked, like roided out. And then a lot of these guys just have like normal bodies.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. This is actually a joke from 30 Rock from like 15 years ago.
MILF Manor?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh,
Did they
you didn't know
actually
that?
call it MILF Manor?
They call it MILF Island, and I mean they go way harder. Like they make the kids like actual like 8-year-olds and on it. But it's such good comedy writing, man. That's great comedy writing. That's undefeated.
Do you think the creators of this show are referencing that, or did they just they're just
because like because that is a joke about the depravity of reality TV.
Right.
Yeah, we're learning that incest is wincest.
Mm-hmm.
A DILF?
That's my man.
I shouldn't be saying that with a mullet and this hat on.
So
yeah, that's right, baby.
I've been trying to get a hold of Aiden Ross. I know you're in touch with him. He sent me his address.
He has stopped responding to my text messages. I think he hates me now.
But no, it all adds up. Okay, Tate went converted, right?
Yeah, converts are a little wild though in every religion.
Born agains are the worst.
Yeah.
May Allah awaken the people.
Well, we call them reverts because everyone is technically Muslim. So you're just like.
Is that what you call it, born again? And
yeah,
a revert.
Yeah,
that's fire, kind of. It's almost like. I like how it's almost like blaming the person.
No, it's very understanding.
It is?
Islam is, it's...
You reverting. That means like...
Yeah, you're finding, you're finding your path again. You're straight away from it kind of thing.
Okay. Now he's talking about how he's sworn off jerking off because it's poison for his mind. He says alcohol is poison for the mind. And all this shit, and now I'm starting to put it together. He come out against hot tub streams, and I'm starting to think that this man might be reverting.
No, well, I mean, it's not real. Like that's the thing, right? Fundamentalist, old school, traditionalist
I love that.
value
No,
religion.
it's awesome. That's why like Taliban and Tate have made like a love connection, and I think that's really special.
Yeah, it's all. Everyone turns into an American liberal at the end of the day. Cultural imperialism is too powerful. American culture is too captivating. That's why you got motherfuckers wearing like Nike slides, who were living in a fucking cave, who came from the mountains of Pakistan, talking about like being groypers on Twitter. Like you should not know that, my man. What the fuck? Wait, like how did you jump 11 steps and become like and behave like a kid from Ohio who's just like a radicalized teenager because like he was isolated and went on the wrong forums for too long.
Bro.
But I'm from Ohio, though. White boy.
It's George Soros, I think. Hey, bro.
Speaking of working out, though,
yeah.
Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
So he talked to XTC last night. He thinks I think he's a rightist. That's what he said.
Rightist?
Oh, he's such an idiot.
I just like.
I'm
I'm worried about him. Like I want to make sure that he's doing all right, Tality.
You know what, bro? I'm sick of him. He can go he can just go rot with his, you know what I mean? Like I try to reach out. I try to do the right thing. He sends me his address. I say I'm coming. He ghosts me. It's like, bro, if your role model is Tate and you want to go if you want to go join the Taliban, go for it, bro. I'm not going to try to save you anymore.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. Like, he's doing all this right shit. I think cutting out alcohol is good. It's very healthy.
Okay, cool. But, like, working out...
Very healthy to work out every day. And then this motherfucker still thinks it's because he stopped nutting that's the reason why he's, like, improving his life. I'm like, bro,
crazy.
You're doing all the right things, bro. It's not the masturbation, dummy. It's all the good shit that you're doing. Keep up the good shit.
It's just a fact, in my opinion.
I see.
Weird.
Let's talk about some
because you're an empath, Hassan.
Fuck. Is that it?
You have empath energy.
No, I'm an empath. Oh, no.
So let's say Trump at Diamond of Diamond and Silk's funeral. Now, who was... I don't remember Diamond and Silk. What was their story?
Diamond and Silk are two commentators that used to open for Donald Trump.
Oh, these
Silk is the one that doesn't really talk as much, and she just goes, uh-huh. And Diamond was the one that did most of the talking. Unfortunately, she, Diamond passed away. And
I thought diamonds were forever.
I believe. Oh Jesus! I believe that they had a show. They didn't have a show on Fox News. But they had a show on like some other, right-wing channels and stuff.
It was Newsmax or OAN, one of those two. I want to say.
Yeah, they're a commentary duo.
Sisters. I just learned.
Oh, they're sisters.
Yes.
And not like.
Yeah, they're sisters.
Wow, sister snot.
Not James Charles sisters.
Right.
But the reason why I'm mentioning COVID is because what Silk did instead was use this as an opportunity to say that she actually died of the COVID vaccine.
That's
but
awesome.
she did not want to say that she had gotten the vaccine, which I don't believe she actually got the vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
That's
she
wild.
was saying that Diamond got the vaccine shedding from someone else who was vaxxed.
Oh, I see.
Whoa,
And then that vaccine shedding gave her the same, deadly vaccine disease.
Dude, I love how these people really are incredible.
Even in death, yeah. She was like, no, it's
thing, and I don't believe, they told me, I said, give me a little time, because I have a lot of people waiting for me back in a place called Palm Beach, Florida. They said, give me a little time. What do you think it'll take? Oh, about 15, 20 minutes, sir, in and out. I said, well, it could take longer. This is a little longer than 15 minutes, right?
masterclass.
I don't believe, they told me.
Giving a eulogy bitching about it being too long.
Dude, that's like Trump at his best. This is like the first time I've watched Donald Trump and went, he's back.
Dude, he's back. Wait, I heard he's gaining on Ron DeSantis still.
Dude, he pops off like this 3 more times, it's over. Ron DeSantis does not have a fraction of the charisma that Donald Trump has on his fucking pinky toe.
No rib.
Ron DeSantis will go up there and be like, oh yeah, eulogies, they're so long, am I right? And everyone's gonna be like, boo,
They'll be like,
shut
yo,
the fuck
this guy's
up.
a fucking menace.
Yeah, but Italian and English descent.
So he said, he's what?
Italian and English.
Yeah, he's Italian.
He's greasy.
He's so greasy. You know how those Italians are. I'm from New York. I've known them.
He eats so many meatballs, people. He sweats marinara.
It's stinky.
It's disgusting. He's got mold growing on him.
My goal is to get Trump to say Rhonda Stinky at least one time. I've been saying it so much.
Yeah.
I do like it.
But yeah,
he said it. Okay, good.
So he went to this woman's funeral, and they were doing hymns and stuff for 3+ hours. I gotta watch this again. This is the first thing he says to complain about how long it was.
I don't
celebrating the life of Diamond.
Believe, they told me, I said, give me a little time, because I have a lot of people waiting for me back in a place called Palm Beach, Florida.
Palm Beach, Florida.
He's like, I'm so important. I'm too important.
A beautiful place. Unlike this, I come here for 20 minutes. Palm Beach, maybe you've heard of it.
I love that.
I said, give me a little time. What do you think it'll take? Oh, about 15, 20 minutes, sir, in and out. I said, well, it could take longer. This is a little longer than 15 minutes, right?
He's getting laughs too.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, fuck yeah, this shit was way too long.
These are totally Diamond's friends and family. They're like, yeah,
you're right.
You're right. This fucking funeral is long.
This memorial was way too long, bro.
What the fuck's that about?
I need to get home, dude. Football's on.
Yeah, no, he's so good. I mean, that is what made Trump.
So fucking good.
He gives you permission to be like ruthless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the way he does it is funny. He's not, you know what I mean? Like,
because he's catty as fuck.
We love that. Trump, I welcome you back. I'm ready for another Trump presidency. Which one is Diamond?
Diamond, here, you have a picture of him? On the left.
On the left.
This is Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Puerto.
Listen, Diamond, it was nice knowing you. Shorter memorials, a little too long.
Wait, there's
too long.
There's more, by the way, because
the next one is actually even funnier.
Oh yeah,
shit, there's more. Let me open the thread again.
The world has lost one of its brightest stars, real star. But I see that we have another star who is equal to, but she stepped up and she is different. I'm serious. I thought I knew them both. I didn't. I knew Diamond, but I didn't know Silk at all. I just learned about Silk. You're fantastic. You're going to carry on beyond anybody.
Why are they clapping for that? These are her friends and family. They're sisters.
I didn't know you existed.
Why are they clapping?
Oh, they're
for
sisters,
that?
right? I forget that.
Yeah. Right. Well, you can forget that. Trump, on the other hand, insane for him to even mention it at her fucking funeral.
Both I didn't. I knew Diamond, but I didn't know Silk at all. I just learned about Silk.
They've opened
You're
for countless
fantastic.
rallies for him. He invited them to the White House.
Oh, here he is embracing them lovingly.
I don't
never
know her.
knew Silk.
I don't know you.
I'm sure she's a great woman. This is
very
my first
special.
time meeting her. This is awesome.
Listen, I'm a huge
is
fan.
So crazy.
I'm a huge fan of Siegfried. I don't know Roy. I've
But
never heard of Roy
he's
before.
embracing Diamond. No love for Silk on
That's
that one.
true. That's
true.
That you can tell.
That's true.
Diamond on the soles of your shoes. Ooh, what's that? Paul Simon.
Paul Simon, yeah.
Hold on.
They should have played that at her fucking funeral, bro.
That's another one.
I
I'm a
got
huge
that.
fan of Garfunkel. I don't know who Simon is. I've never heard of him. Never heard of
Art
Simon.
Garfunkel is the brains behind that operation.
Speaking Saturday at a gathering in North Carolina, Trump said, "Oh, we already watched that. I see. Yeah. So let's move it on a little bit here. Oh,
What's the B word?
Oh, you know.
bomb, bum, 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 bum,
Oh,
bum,
oh,
bum,
oh,
bum. Bum 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 bum
Don't do it.
bum 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 bum
By resolution, airstrikes.
Queens. George
Oh,
Santos.
good segue.
Nice.
You know, George Santos, my king and queen, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
Depending on whether or not she's in dragon slaying.
George Santos, look at this guy, man. This guy, I don't know how much you guys know about. We haven't talked on the show before. Okay, nice graphic.
Wow, this is bullshit.
Why you always lying?
No, I disavow. I disavow this. This is George Santos, a lying dumbass. No, he's king. He's the king. He is the GOAT.
You stan him?
Yeah, I stand him.
I see what you're saying.
Literally lying.
Yeah.
I am completely fascinated by this guy.
He is a compulsive, pathological liar. He cannot stop himself. It's a medical condition. You guys are being ableist.
It is. That's true also. Yeah, so this guy, he won a seat in Congress, and people, and the New York Times started trying to look into his background, like who is this young upstart conservative, and they started fact checking his resume, like his school credentials, his work credentials, and they started to slowly find out that every single fucking thing this guy has ever said about himself is 100% wrong.
Top to bottom.
Just not even wrong, like a flat out lie. Like this guy lied about.
Lying.
This guy said he went to a prestigious Horace Mann school. He claimed he graduated with a degree in economics and finance from
Baruch College in 2010.
Yeah. But of course, he also said he was a star on the volleyball team.
That part
Which
is
is
the
awesome.
best. He said he was a volleyball star, but he got a knee surgery. And the reason why he said that was because he wanted the Nassau County GOP chair, Joseph Cairo, to like him and want him to play in their intramural volleyball team.
He better be good though. He's not gonna be able to.
But that's fucking insane. That's like what benefit are you getting at that point? Like, why did you lie about such an insane thing?
How tall is he?
Yeah, and then he admitted that he did not graduate from any institution of higher learning. My favorite part of the saga was 9/11. Shocker.
Oh, yeah, so here he goes. He died about his mom dying on 9/11. On the campaign website, Santos wrote that his mother, the first female executed at a major financial institution.
Executive, not executive.
This 9/11 saga is like, I mean, it's Larry David. It's literally Larry David.
Yeah.
It's a Larry David plot line. Like, he first said his mom died in the fucking towers, and then he followed it up by saying, no, his mom was actually not in the towers, but she was in downtown at the time and died years later from cancer because of the
dust.
toxic inhalants from 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Then we found out that his mom wasn't even in fucking America at the time. She was actually in Brazil at the time during 9/11.
Awesome.
His mom wasn't even in the country.
That's some crazy stolen valor.
And she wasn't working in finance or anything. She was a housekeeper.
Yeah. So it's wild that he just lied about that.
You know, there's
what
something-
benefit do you
there-
get from that?
The fact of lying that your mom died at 9/11 is awesome. But like I see kind of like there's a picture of like someone who comes like from a not a privileged life at all, who's probably deeply insecure with his heritage, probably because, well, you see how people treat AOC, who actually has come a long way on her own merits, and you see how people treat her, especially conservatives. So
No,
No, she passed away.
and
I think.
yeah, that's actually, if you go into this here, I'll just pull it up. So after all this lying, putting it on his campaign site and stuff, he tweeted this in 2021, December 23rd. This year marks 5 years since I lost my best friend and mentor,
math does
mom.
not add up.
Right. So 5 years previous to 2021 is not 2001.
This man,
She could be, but he could be lying about her mom dying. His mom died.
Even this could be a lie. I guess at this point, everything's
because
on the
everything
table.
is like every single part of this is a falsehood.
Yep.
That's
So
true.
his campaign bio stated that he worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but representatives for both companies told the Times they had no record of his employment. Don't know why you didn't talk about how he lied about being Jewish, by the way.
oh yeah,
Like
that's a weird one
he
too. man.
claimed that he was a Ukrainian Jew.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like,
fucking weird.
That's the bingo. Like he hit literally every fucking, notable marker for like liberals living in Nassau County to be like, well, maybe I'll take a look at this guy. You know what I mean?
Wait, is he gay? Is he?
Yes.
Gay?
Yeah.
So he's probably straight.
No. He's actually gay. I'm pretty sure he's.
seen the video of him.
No, but I
Crowder?
have seen how he responds to drag queens on Twitter, and that boy is gay.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
Fair enough.
He is like duking it out with queens, and like has deep knowledge of RuPaul's Drag Race. That like as gay adjacent as I am, even I don't fucking know. Like he was like talking about like season victories and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so he pretty much concocted this like perfect I don't know, victim
Yeah, he said he is
overcomer.
a Ukrainian Jew that like fled Nazi persecution. That was a lie. And then
That's
when
crazy.
called out on it, he said he's Jewish, which is another like
That's a Larry David thing.
that's another
great.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
didn't say I'm Jewish. I said I'm Jewish.
he is very
It's the funniest thing ever. I
yeah,
can't
that
believe he
does
said
make me.
that.
It's like when Kanye West had that like impeccable timing, the incredible timing on a joke that like that makes me feel like George Santos is literally Larry David, is a Larry David character.
Yeah.
Like he lies about so many verifiable things, like
so
like
awesome.
victims of 9/11. There's 3,000. Like you can immediately figure that out.
Right.
Like Holocaust, like records of that exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't lie that your family fled persecution when they were in Brazil during the fucking Holocaust. You know what I mean?
Well, they had a hard time in Brazil, and
Yeah,
Sure,
Which
some-
is another. It's like a Larry David joke. Yeah, my family suffered a lot during the Holocaust
yeah,
in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
They were still suffering.
I didn't say where they suffered.
The whole world suffered.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We were all suffering.
We all
then. It was a
suffered.
difficult time.
Immediately, Florida investment firm. You know that shit is not run right. Okay, you know there's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Called Harbor City Capital. When he was employed there in 2020, Santos said he managed a $1.5 billion fund and bragged record returns of 12 to 26%, depending on the type of investment. Boom. Definitely
he
a
said,
Ponzi.
Hold on. He said he had 12 to 26% returns.
Yeah, Ponzi.
That's literally, if you're getting that kind of returns, you're
You're getting made off.
you're getting made off.
That's true.
100%. It's
Insane.
dude. It's a Florida investment firm. Sorry, like you know what you were getting into. Retirees,
Make
don't do
America
that.
Florida, bro. Stop.
The company's promised that a full bank guarantee on investments was bogus. Deutsche Bank claims it is a complete fraud and not signed by the bank officer on the document. In April 2021, the Securities and Exchange Commission accused Harbor City of being a Ponzi scheme that stole $17 million from investors. The company's assets are currently in mediation with an independent receiver appointed to manage them.
This is all going on while he gets elected to Congress.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Financial
fuck.
disclosure. So this is the spicy part. This is what I personally believe will probably get him clapped. Because, like, Republicans are disgusting freaks. They're sick perverts. They will never impeach one of their own when they're a valuable vote. And right now there's a slim majority in the in the House of Representatives, as we saw with the Never Kever saga, right? So for that reason, they're never going to, like, actually impeach him. but he could technically go to jail, or there could come a point where it is impossible for him to continue being a representative. And I believe that that's campaign finance violations.
Yes, so it's worth mentioning that meanwhile, as all this is coming out, this guy ran his whole campaign. He was elected by the people based on a total farce. This guy has no experience. He has no credentials. And meanwhile, Kevin McCarthy
Bakersfield's very own.
supporting him and assigning him to
committee position. Yeah, and part of the reason why is because he was like a loyal vote for Kevin in the Never Kever saga. So now there's financial disclosures from 2022 congressional campaign show that he claimed he made between $3.5 million and $11 million from the company before it was dissolved last year, which is a lie. Then also records show that Santos donated over $700,000 to his own campaign in 2022. Now, if it's your actual money that you have in your pocket, you know, American laws, you can't stop that. It would be allowed. However, his income when he ran previously in 2020 was $55,000 a year. Now in 2022 filings, his net worth has spiked to $11 million after his involvement with the alleged Ponzi scheme. And he's claiming that he paid his own. He's claiming that he paid his own campaign to the tune of $700,000 from the company that he was running a Ponzi scheme with, Harbor Capital.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you lying?
What the fuck? Yeah, so he's a pathological liar and a straight up criminal.
Yeah. Let's watch the video.
I watched this for the first time when Shredder was in the hospital, and I was like, this guy needs to go down. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Restrain yourself, Ethan.
Stealing. I know. I'm about to get banned right now.
Yeah.
We have no
don't.
strike, by the way.
Don't do it. Don't
We have
do
no
it.
strike. Let's
You're
fucking get
way
weird.
too comfortable with this no strike business.
Bum 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 bum.
Stop.
Bum bum bum
Please
bum
don't.
bum 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 bum
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Muted you.
It's bombing open bombing.
The mic's muted. All right, I'm gonna release you. Be good.
I'm good.
Be good.
But I was gonna say, like, this guy stole like millions of dollars from people. Listen, I don't care about that. What he did to this dog is unforgivable.
Claiming the congressman promised to help his service dog get life-saving surgery in 2016. But after about $3,000 of donations poured in, the Navy veteran says Santos stopped replying to his calls, to his texts. The veteran never saw a dime. His dog passed away months later. And the fundraiser was set up under a charity group that Santos actually mentioned on his campaign website. You see it here in a paragraph that has since been deleted. It claims that he rescued 2,400 dogs and 280 cats. Santos also touted the charity in this interview.
I mean, we had a great organization. We were able to save animals, dogs, cats, horses, baby jumping goats in my car.
There is no record of this group in the IRS database, nor is there one among the registered charities in New York or Florida. And the website GoFundMe, where this fundraiser was posted, said that the organized...
the name is so fake. It reminds me of George Costanza's The Human Fund.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
Organizer failed to respond to all their inquiries about where the funds went, never gave any proof of anything, and so they banned Santos's account from the site. This comes in the context of Santos' apparent lies on everything from this charity to where he went to college, where he worked, even his claims that his grandparents fled the Holocaust. And it goes on and on. The House Republican leadership continues to stand by Santos tonight, putting him on 2 committees just this week.
The perfect example of this is Al Franken. At the time when Roy Moore was being credibly accused of being a pedophile in fucking Alabama, the police made him stop going to the mall because he was constantly,
trying to pick up
young girls at the mall, in his like local mall. Republicans turned around and had Fox News radio host that used to do tours with Al Franken come out and be like, oh, Al Franken, took this like weird photo with me many, many years ago. And then Democrats in unison collectively were like, all right, you're done. You're out. And Al Franken resigned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And like, yeah, sure. Al Franken did some weird shit. Okay.
Roy Moore was literally banned from a mall, you guys.
In Alabama, dude. Like Alabama, it's like incest and pedophilia is like a part of the culture. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Oh, here's a recut actually of the
Yeah, I didn't remember this
Seinfeld,
scene.
Interestingly,
There
It fits right in.
That's
Really does.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Now, Rich Ossoff, the Navy
Another-
veteran who is making the
Yeah.
claims against Santos, and Michael Bell, the founder of the New Jersey Veterans Network, who tried to intervene and get the money from Santos. So, look, I'm so glad to speak to both of you. And Rich, you served in the U.S. Navy. I know you wanted to bring her.
I had to bring her. Yeah, it's my baby
Brought his
right there.
the
That's all I have
ashes.
left of her.
And
That's fucking
when George
heartbreaking,
Santos,
bro.
who at the time, I guess you knew him as Anthony DeVolder, when he was going to help you to save her, she was suffering from cancer at the time. What did he promise that he was going to do for Sapphire?
He was going to use his charity, his 501k, Friends of Pets United, to raise funds over GoFundMe.
Cute-ass dog.
He
So
said he was
sweet.
very
So sad.
very respected. He was very he had his feelers out, and with his charity, it would help me very much to get the money in a sooner amount of time than later.
You were homeless at the time.
I was homeless at the time. I had broken an ankle really bad, couldn't work for a year and a half, so I couldn't pay my rent, and I was evicted. I was living in a tent on the side of Route 9.
That's the American dream right there, my friends.
I finally decided to take her to the vet to see what they could do to have it removed, and they gave me a $3,000 quote. I was homeless. I didn't have any means to pay for that at all. So one of the vet techs in the place said, "Hey, I know this guy. He runs a charity, and he saves a lot of animals." And she was like, "You want me to hook you up with him?" So she took pictures of me and Sapphire. She sent them to Anthony DeVolder, and the GoFundMe started. It was up and running. I put it on my Facebook page. My friends and family donated to it. They shared it. There were some other donors that I didn't ever recognize their names or anything. They might have been through his organization. They might have been friends of friends for all I know. So we raised $3,000 in 2 months, maybe 3 months. It was 6 years ago. And as soon as the money came through, I was like, great.
You could save your dog.
We can get her right in and get this done. Mr. DeVolder Santos decided that he did not want me to use my local vet. He wanted me to use his vets in Long Island or Queens. I don't remember which borough or town it was in. And that was the only way he was going to let it happen. So we took the dog to the vet. And the vet said, "Well, we believe this is too vascular, it's inoperable, but we'd like to go and have her have an ultrasound so we can see if we can do anything with it." I don't drive. I was homeless.
Anthony DeVolder is his
and
real
I paid
name.
a ride. I paid a friend to
George
bring me up
Santos is
there.
his real name.
Well, his name isn't fake.
So
Yeah.
use that sometime.
That was his con name.
I guess.
Nice.
Vet.
To his vet. I paid the tolls, the gas, lunches, and DeVolder was supposed to pay me back for that. I even was dumb enough to give him my bank account and my routing number because he said he was going to put the money right into my account. Never happened. That was when I started smelling something fishy.
And so at this point, Michael, you get involved to try to help him get the money.
Absolutely.
And so what you had conversations with Santos, again, at this time you knew him as Anthony DeVolder.
Yes, I knew him as
Okay,
Anthony.
what were those like?
My goal was just to speak to another charity. The last thing crossed my mind was that it was going to be a problem. It's the first time.
Right, so you weren't like, this is
No,
fraud at
I
the time.
actually
You're
called
thinking, I'm
Rich
just
up.
going to solve this and get him his money.
I called up Rich and said to him, listen, this shouldn't be a problem. It's probably a misunderstanding at best. Relax. Let me
Nobody's
just speak
this
to him and
evil.
we'll work it
It's
out.
gotta be a
And
misunderstanding.
When I called him, my intentions were just to settle this really quickly and move on. But the problem is that when I spoke to him on the phone, he was not listening to what I was saying. He already made up his mind. I said to him, can you please give the money back to the people? Or there's a veterinarian in Rich's area that we can give the money to and put it into like a fund where he could use it from time to time. It's not your money to keep. And he just wasn't hearing it. I called Rich back horrified. I was really upset because this is Rich's lifeline. I work with veterans every day and dogs save people's lives, and he needed this dog every day to be in his life. And I felt horrible to tell him that I failed him because of feeling that Mr. Holder at the time was going to do the right thing, and he did not.
And you never got a dollar of the money.
Never got anything.
One through line through all of his scams and cons is that, like, whenever George Santos says something, it's usually the exact opposite. He claimed that he had a real estate portfolio with 13 properties when, in fact, he had actually been evicted 4 times. So like
Which
that's
is sad.
That's insane.
That sucks. But also,
Yeah.
yeah.
He lied about being married to a man and lied by omission about being married to a woman. His campaign bio discussed his husband, with whom he lives in Long Island, along with 4 dogs. But Santos never appeared on the campaign trail with his partner. The Daily Beast could not find a marriage record in New York. And in 2019, however, Santos did actually divorce a person. That person was a woman in Queens. He said, "I'm very much gay," which I do believe. I do believe he's gay.
I'm gay.
He lied about having employees who died in the Pulse nightclub shooting, which was fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Like he said he lost 4 employees in the Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016.
Wow.
That was not real. He lied about his grandparents being Holocaust victims. We already talked about that. Now, this wasn't usually an issue. This was not an issue. Like, drag queens were not a prominent culture war talking point until like the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years. You had drag queens who were like pro-Trump. If you remember, there was a pro-Trump drag queen in the 2016 campaign. Like cross-dressing and drag is a prominent fixture in theater and in movies and in art throughout history, right? And certainly American movie as well. Eddie Murphy's entire career, Tyler Perry. You have Mrs. Doubtfire, things like that we all grew up with. And yet now Republicans have decided to make this a culture war issue. And turns out, we found out that George Santos, who actually received donations and got like a major backer by a prominent New York Republican who is anti-drag, who is anti-trans, and you know, very much like leading the effort in the anti-drag stuff. George Santos himself was a drag queen.
This man says drag queens are groomers. You guys have heard that. Check this out. Check this shit out. Look at how fucking happy he is right now. That's our boy.
There he
is, living
not
his
our
best
boy.
life.
That is our queen.
That's our queen.
Kitara Ravash.
Slay. That's
And he is. I mean, she's slaying. She's absolutely slaying. She's living her best fucking life. That's right. Eula Rochard.
so happy. She is so happy.
Eula
She's
Rochard,
so
a
free.
Slay queen. Slay queen.
A Brazilian drag queen who was friends with George Santos when he lived near Rio, said she and everyone else knew him as Anthony, never George, or by his drag name, Kitara Ravash, I believe.
Yes, Kitara.
And confirms that there was a photo. She released a photo from him in drag in 2008 at a drag show in Ikarai Beach.
Oh, this is awesome, man.
Now
There
Slay
he is
queen.
in the red.
he vehemently denies that that's him.
That's not true. He used to. He used to deny it. You are missing key parts of the information here. So George Santos immediately comes out, says that's not real, that's not true, whatever, and then like more and more information come out because he's been on camera, and he ultimately gets caught. I think he was like walking at an airport or something, and people are asking him about the drag stuff, and it says, "Yes, I was young and having fun. I am by no means a drag queen."
Oh.
So I guess there's
queen. He owned it. But that's still crazy because he says he's young and having fun. I think that's what I thought they were doing too. But it turns out, I mean, from his own words here, which I can't hear. Is that something back there?
Don't say.
There you go.
This is
hey
a
everyone,
Facebook
George Santos
post.
here, congressional candidate in New York's 3rd Congressional District.
Oh yeah, this isn't related.
Let's talk real quick.
This is him supporting the "Don't Say Gay" bill. I was just giving this as an example that he's
and he claims that the left is hell-bent on creating a
Yeah.
false narrative because they want to groom our kids. That's what he's
Here, I want to watch this video of him.
About the Florida bill, Don't Say Gay. Although the bill doesn't mention those words, that's what the left-leaning Democrats and progressives are labeling it. I'll leave you with this. As a gay man, I stand proudly behind not teaching our children sex or sexual orientation. That's incumbent on the parents, not educators. DeSantis, you have my full-blown support, and I support your decision to protect our children's innocence. I stand proudly behind the Florida legislature for putting a decent bill that will protect values.
He's mischievous and devious in a very gay way. Okay,
We are gay, we
and
are
I don't mean
straight.
that in like the homophobic straight guy saying like gays are devious. I mean like he did drag Like he's super gay. He's
We
super
are gay,
The,
we are
the
straight.
only non-gay fact about him is that sweater vest. Okay, that is the only thing that like just sets off my gaydar in the opposite direction.
My favorite is when people keep asking Kevin McCarthy about it. He keeps going, listen, he was duly elected. I was like, fucking duly elected? What the fuck are you talking about? He literally lies about everything.
Yeah.
They elected a fictional character who just loves, he loves Georgie Boy
Claims
over here.
to not like drag, is getting dragged all around the timeline.
Snap. Facing fraud charges from Brazil to have access to top secret information.
I don't see any way that he's going to have top secret. If you're referring to George Santos, he's got a long way to go to earn trust. But the one thing I do know is you apply
How the fuck
the
are you going to talk
Constitution.
about trust?
Yeah, how about you I mean,
about
listen,
that dead dog?
He trusts Marjorie Taylor Greene as well, and we all know why he's trusted Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? I'm saying it. I'm fucking saying it. Kevin McCarthy, I believe, is having sexual intercourse with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Slate fucking horn dog.
I believe it. You heard it here.
Her T levels are through the roof because she's doing, kipping.
Wait, what?
Kipping CrossFit. What the fuck was that?
The voters of his district have elected him. He is seated. He is part of the Republican conference.
You basically, if you might as well just like, if I get elected, I might as well just send someone else and be like, well, he was elected. I mean, literally, they did not vote for him. They voted for some fictional character that he made in a laboratory.
I mean, the seat that Kevin McCarthy is currently occupying at this moment used to be held by the longest running pedophile, who also happened to be the longest running Speaker of the House. So Dennis
Wait,
Hastert,
really? It's the same seat?
Well, no, not the same seat. Sorry, it's not his. It's
Not the same district.
seat, but the same position that he had.
Right, okay.
As the Speaker of the House was occupied as a record holder by Dennis Hastert for most pedophilia, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. He went to prison for that, but I don't know if he's a record holder for most pedophilia. But also record holder for longest running Speaker of the House.
Well, here
so
we go.
we know Republicans don't give a shit. Doesn't matter.
There are concerns with it, so he will go before ethics. If anything is found to be wrong, he will be held accountable exactly as anybody else in this body would be. That is the fair way to handle anything you go, and that's how I'll deal with any single issue.
Are they really
that
putting
ever
him through
comes
ethics committees? The Truth and Justice Committee.
Yeah, put him on the ethics committee, dude.
Yeah, the ethics,
Put him on the Animal Welfare Committee.
business ethics. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, there it is. I know you got to go. We did it. We've been here. We've done it. George, I think he could be president. Fuck it.
It's a shame about the dog thing because otherwise it's all really funny to me.
God, the one that looks like Voldemort, I always forget his name. Rick Scott was, charged with the largest Medicare fraud in American history, and then Florida was like, "That's going to be our governor."
Wait, he was doing Medicare fraud? Like
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, his company that he ran was.
How much did they steal?
I think was it 12 million? Hold on, let me look it
what?
up real quick.
People have done bigger ones than that, no?
No. One of the large. This is one of the largest. Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
1.7
Way more.
billion.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
1.7
talking
billion
about.
Medicare
That's
fraud.
what the fuck I'm talking about. My man.
You think that guy has got your best interests at heart? He's just like literally grafting you. He's just skull fucking you every day. Then openly showing his disdain for the working poor, and you're like, no, that's my guy. He doesn't have any fucking qualities. If you ever listen to him, if you ever watch him, he's not like he's a particularly charismatic person either. He looks like fucking Voldemort.
You know what's interesting? Here you see he's smiling. The eyes, they are not smiling.
Right.
That is death.
Yeah,
It's always
because
in
you
the
know
eyes,
why?
you're
Because
right.
the only time he's ever smiled is when he's stealing when he's robbing the poor.
The
All right.
smile says,
Hassan's got to go.
Yeah.
but the eyes.
I know you're really into this right now.
All right. Thanks, Hassan.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that because that's science, and science is gay.